Greetings, fellow defenders of Earth. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Exogate Initiative, Episode 13, Ultimate Sacrifice. I'm going to send Beta Scholar back to the weird human world. To figure out why there's humans in the galaxy that aren't us. My patents are still turning a profit, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. And Gru is... well, that's not true. We're making the patcher. Think we made a discovery here? Could have changed the world. We are capable of digesting lava after all? I wish, but alas, no. We saw a strange reflection, wound up in a field full of apple-like trees, an exit orchard, if you will. But do our apples reflect back at us like a mirror? I have so many questions. We have a hypothesis, but we have to do a little more research first, before we stake our reputations on it. Set up a lab for both the fruits and trees. Hey, Anonymous Gifter, thank you for gifting out a sub to my new viewer here, who is less confused now than they were before. I like how your next text was, you just started a new job and you'll use subscribing once you get paid. No need! Manna from heaven, gifts of a subscription upon you. Thanks, whoever that was. That's hilarious. So I've got some idle teams here. My soldiers could be sent out too. I think they are mostly healed. Mostly being the operative word. I don't really know where to send them. That's too difficult. Any of these, like, exclamation mark is like a double XP, because it's an unusual event. But I think all the ones I have left are so far above their level, they're just going to be massacred. I kind of want to massacre them, though. I know that sounds horrible, but, like, I'm going to send them anyway. Because 119 experience sounds wonderful, and I do have ICUs back home to, like, put their arms back in their sockets if I need to, right? It's kind of like an all or nothing venture, and I'll take it. So I was right about the world-changing discovery. Well, if it was made 50 years ago at least, how right? As in, say bye-bye to water shortages? These trees are similar to our Musa, so banana trees. They're filled with bursting with fresh water. A new water source. Bingo. Go on. They look like apples, but they're more like giant berries full of drinkable water. Soft, transparent peel, reflecting back clearly. This rots away over time, clouding the water inside. We think they're drawing water up from their roots, so not only to nourish themselves, but to fill the fruits as well. Fill your canteens, it's harvest time. Done. Tastes incredibly sweet. Passion fruit with a hint of honey. Man, that sounds good. Go on. Sea panda. Oh yeah, the sea panda is drinking the water. Wants to go on record, they're not happy about them stealing the water. Yes, the orca does not want you to steal the banana water. Got it. May have disturbed the ecology a little. Barely left a trace. Okay. I share their concerns. Copy that. They're not going to drink the oceans dry. Continue the mission. It's hilarious how the big sea panda, the orca, does not want them to drink the oceans dry. Worked out perfectly. So they got a good amount of science from that. Not enough to unlock a new upgrade, but close. And the SG-1 team... Fraggles will need to heal, but yeah. I think, yep. Okay, so... Yep. Just waiting on that patcher. Another thing I could do, once the patcher's done, is to build, like, the heavy exosuit. We got a problem. The Scree will not enter the gate. You know, the people we found living on OV-112. How did they get here again? That's the thing. We don't know yet. Their culture resembles that of ancient times. We still think around the times of the later Roman Empire, but yes, we thought they might want to see the base, see what their fellow humans now have come from. That's not the initiative policy. We know, and we're sorry. It's dangerous to them and us, especially since we don't have a medic on this mission. History is plagued by colonial powers bringing disease to native peoples. All right, that's true. They won't enter the gate. They're afraid. Because it's a big, scary, glowing ring that they have to step through. Like an innate terror of the gate itself, or what it represents, won't come within half a click of its arrival point. This suggests more and more that they were abducted through the Exogate in the past. Our thoughts, too. Calm them down, make it clear that they aren't going through the gate anymore. Understood. And talk to them, see if you can learn more about how they got here. And we got a data pack. So... they're bringing back some more squee or scree or whatever it's called, data records. Old Gru, could you get back to crafting? I've been waiting so long for that. Tamarin brings back an ore sample from here. I'll claim it. Might as well. Claim this one too. Were you a medic? On the, You were on that mission? Yeah. And they just ignored the fact you're a medic? Nice! Zinlin, I think they think you're really a druid now. Alright, so here's the Scree data pack getting analyzed. I got more science. Let's go for heat. Old Gru is just about finishing up now. He's taking his sweet time, just milking it, trying to get me to stream all the way to midnight. And he's done. So I have a Squarb Patcher. That is going into the heavy suit locker, I guess. Perry's feeling lonely. Well, you are a coroner. Your job is to deal with dead bodies. So I need to stop the Squarbs invading the base by sending a team to the Squarbs' homeworld with a gator wearing the Squarb Patcher. So assigned by... I think Rock Fraggles is probably the best one to wear it, because he's our super soldier, or the closest thing we have to a super soldier. So, Rock, let's bring you with that. And then the others are going to wear... Let's see. I will send, because he was lonely and I'm feeling kind, the coroner, because if I have my way, all of them will die. Coroner Perry and... I will also send Tarmarin, an engineer, to the homeworld. So this is it. This is the Squab homeworld. Great mission. Let me create, like, who is that? Froggles, Perry, Tarmarin group. One, two, three. Create a new team. Kill team. I don't think I'm actually killing them, but, you know, I can pretend. So kill team, Perry, Rock Fraggles, and Tar. You know, I'm going to put Spectre in there in case I want a Scholar to, you know, something. I don't know what I would do. So Tar, you can go back. So this should be Max Spectres then. If I could find you. There you are. And kill team, let's go. Create a mission on this planet, Squarb's homeworld. Select the kill team. And bring the patcher. See, Panda is like all alone in his own SG-1 team. I am the one. SG-1 specifically. So, big moment. We're bringing the patcher to try to hack the Squarb robots from messing with us. And here's Rock Fraggles in the experimental patcher exosuit. And we're going to broadcast hack them. And then while that happens, Alpha Team Mining will get you over to more Exonium. Because I need more. Hey Zinlin, thank you for the bits. Do I have beta miners? Oh, well, beta miners, yeah, let's send beta miners out for Exonium as well if I can. Oops, I keep doing that. Beta mining. Validate. There we go. Just because if we want heavy suits, I'm going to need it. Cheers. All right. Sending a team to the Squarb's homeworld with a gator wearing the Squarb patcher. Kill team on mission. I would hate to be the neighbors of the Squarbs. Whoever lives here. What a sucky area of the neighborhood to live in. Dreadful. Got to deal with those squarby little bastards. Alright. Kill team, hold on one sec. I'll answer the call in just a second. XO, we're here on RV 716. We can confirm that this is indeed the Squarb's homeworld. There's a great colony in the distance, just shy of 30 kilometers away. Some sort of megalopolis. It's all dark parabolas and blue light. The Exogate activations, I suspect, sending troops far across the universe, including into our base. How's the Squarb patcher? It's much heavier than a regular exosuit. Well, you're my super soldier. That's why I sent you. Not surprising given the generators required to broadcast the SCP far and wide. It's survived the journey. That's the main thing. What's the plan? I'll travel to the colony alone, infiltrate into its heart, then activate the suit. The SCP will then broadcast across the entire area, uploading the patch into the systems of the Queen's commander units. It will travel through any open exogates as well to the colonies and missions on other worlds. Will you survive? I hope so. The suit is designed to protect me from any Squarb physical threat, but who knows what I'll encounter en route. Should I keep the gate open as long as possible so the signal reaches here too? No, I think it's too risky. And the signal won't affect drones. It needs to reach sufficient commanders so that they change their orders. Change their minds, essentially route to everyone else. I understand. We'll need to decide how to configure the protocol, what exactly we want the squarbs to do instead of invading our base. We programmed 3 deployment options, which are: 1, we will make them stop invading us and forget they ever encountered humans, though this wouldn't affect their invasions on other worlds. There is also a chance we may discover each other again in the future, so we need to be careful. And the next, 2, we create a new primary protocol that dictates they can never harm a human now or in the future. Again, this won't stop their wars with other species, though. It will also create a permanent imbalance between our 2 species vastly in our favor. For example, we could monitor them discreetly. But there'd also be nothing to stop our descendants from wiping them out if they wanted to. And lastly, 3, we can make them deactivate themselves. They stop invading our base, they never bother anyone else again. We could even study what remains of their civilization, though this is essentially wiping them out. Problem here is, I rebooted, so I'm going to pull you the old-fashioned way with this kind of pull, up at the top left. So, stop the invasions by making them forget us, stop the set up the protocol so they never hurt humans again, or have them shut down. What do you guys think? 1, 2, or 3? Just a simple 1, 2, or 3. And you don't want streets. Oh, wow. No mercy. You guys just want to shut them down. All right. Confirming. Have them deactivate themselves. Yes. Understood, Exo. We'll configure the patcher accordingly. What about the rest of the team? Search for the best point of entry into the colony. Ensure that everything that we know about the squarbs... Okay, let's... best insertion point. We'll do that from range. Something that will help them avoid detection. Anything else? Ensure that they have everything that we... Ensure they have everything we know about the squarbs to review on their journey. Got it? Time to head out. Judging from the interference around the colony, I don't think we'll be able to call during the mission. I'll try, but I'm not hopeful. Do the initiative proud. Oh. Oh, there it goes. Guilty. I think the squad patchers was just activated, sending out the signal. Lightning forked into the sky, thunder rolled over us. Bright blue flashes are lighting up the horizon. No doubt the squarbs are plummeting from the sky as they enact mass deactivation. I can hear explosions. I hope Rock is okay. Their vitals are still showing. Yes, and we can read them again, suggest that they've cleared the interference field. I think the mission was a success, but why don't they answer? Were you able to assist them? We scouted a subterranean exhaust vent, so hopefully they entered the colony undetected. I hope so. They have everything we had on the squarbs and what little we know of their culture, including some conclusions we drew from studying the architecture of the colony, such as ruling out any kind of hive mind mentality. Acknowledged. That's everything. Something must be still interfering with Rock's signal. Fallout from the explosions, perhaps. We'll keep trying. Let me know as soon as you hear from them. Did the invasion stop yet? We'll know soon enough. And I was just given a massive amount of money for stopping the invasions by the committee. Oh yeah. Windfall. Kill team. It's been 2 days since Rock deployed the Squarb Patcher. We've still not heard from them. Scan the horizon. No sign of the Mexo. Rock Fraggles, report. Where are they? Rock's life signs just... I think they're dead. Then they died a hero. We have to go find them, alright? Be careful of the fallout. I'll gate you back from the location when you're ready. At least the Squarb commanders received the patch broadcast, and I hope perpetuated it as we planned. If those mass explosions were anything to go by, I think they did. That sounded like shutdown units falling from the sky to me, and hitting anything and everything on the way down. Rock wiped them out. I hope this is the end of the invasions. It better be. What you did had to be done. As did your team. You're all heroes to me. The world owes you a debt it can never repay. And believe me, I know a thing or two about debt. Thank the stars I hired you is all I can say. And that you hired those teams. Keep up the good work, Exo. Well, the kill team returned. Wounded. I don't need the kill team anymore. That's primarily not what we do. Primarily. And they're healing up in the back to tanks. Quickly, though. Jesus. With not a lot of lowered mental health for the, the whole genocide of entire species. But, they were a species of jerks. I'll give them that. And then I no longer have the Squarb Patcher here. Either. So here's their homeworld. Homeworld no longer invading us. I can disconnect from it. There actually is a artifact here, so I think that will be the last thing I do is to head to that artifact, just to fill out more of the collection as an ultimate one more turn. So let's go ahead and send a scientist down to get the next step before that. So I'll have Sea Panda, Tangier, and Zinlin head to this science spot. Oh, they haven't put their suits away. Don't even bother with suits. Mission's gonna be too easy anyway. I'm hoping this last artifact is... I guess I wouldn't complete a collection, but it's interesting that I didn't get any technology or science whatsoever. Technology would have been nice for the extra smelting. Certainly. Alright, Alpha and Beta mining are automatically assigned. I have soldiers who are just literally soldiers, and then a scholar. So I'm going to stick Shona, the scholar, into the soldier squad. Call it scholar. And have them go... I'm actually really curious to make contact with those that were also living right next to the Squarbs. Because, they probably have a hellish story to tell. So we need Max Spectre and Coroner Perry's suits. And that requires them to recover from the med bay and then to put their suits away. Okay, so Perry's putting his suit away, and Spectre's depressed and needs antidepressants, which Mike, I think, is getting right now. Okay. Apparently more drugs are needed. And Mike doesn't know what to do, so she left the room. Hey, Max, could I get my my suit back? Please? So a tiny bit more Exonium smelted, and I will have enough for the heavy exosuit, the first of the heavy exosuits. Technically, the Patcher was like a heavy exosuit, but it was a specialized one. So, doesn't really count in my book. There we go. Alright, Max is finally putting the suit away. So, the Scholar team is Fangface, Taropa, and Shona. So, Fangface, Taropa, and then Shona will get the last suit. And yes, Shona, you are getting a military escort for this mission. As you should. It's highly electrical fog storm. Sounds horrifying. So that was the Scholar team. The world threats are negated by the wonderful light suits. And SG-1 team is ready to go artifact hunting. So SG-1 team, I'm going to have to sub Zinlin out for Max. And go get that relic. I like how it was like, challenge none. Because of the soldier in my squad, Tangier, the threat of this zone is minus 133%. Hey, Kilgar, thanks for the gifted subs. This late in the impromptu marathon. Cheers. Even Yoda here is getting fidgety. He clearly wants to go outside. So as soon as we make contact with the Squarb neighbors, because I'm really curious, and then get this relic, we're done. Okay, updated the priority. Right on. It's not maybe the most attractive base, but I do like sort of the design idea of having everyone have their own room. It's kind of neat. There's a lot of build flexibility, obviously. Like, you could have each and every med bed have its own, like, private room with curtains. You know, if you were being nice, which obviously I'm not. I do sort of like putting the artifacts each in their own room. In their own sort of, but yeah, there's a lot of like cool design things that you could do with the base. Obviously, it's aesthetic and not very much utility there, but still, I think it's nice. Still don't have all the research. I mean, this is a really good example of like how hard it is to get research late game. There's a lot of research sites out there now that I would have access to, but yeah, it's a bit challenging to get research. Depending on your RNG, you can definitely be somewhat screwed with the RNG and end up having to like jump through hoops in really difficult regions for the chance to get research, which fortunately didn't really happen to me, but like it could, you know. You were not expecting me to still be streaming? Yeah. Yeah, for some games like this, where like it makes more sense to stream it once rather than return to it for a second time, it's easier for just me to plow through. It's gonna make trying to get work done tomorrow a little bit harder. But here's Shona and her military escort out to visit the Squab neighbors. And then the Scholar mission will wrap up soon, too. The Relic one. Over here. SG-1's mission. So they're... So we're strolling through the idyllic surroundings, heard a strange noise from above. We looked and saw a small critter in a tree, chirping its little head off. Alien fauna? Right now, I'm not sure. It's talking and gesturing, but hold on. There's more of them. I think they're arguing amongst themselves. Sounds like intelligent life. What's your scholarly insight say? I think they're debating, but whether it's politics, economy, deep diving into philosophy, I'm not sure. All right, take photos. And good work. Return to base. I hope we didn't just change the course of an entire culture. So apparently, a bunch of chatty Cathys, the tree lore, living next to the Squarbs. Maybe the Squarbs were so there were robots on the ground and they just couldn't get up to the tree lores. Either way, we have made contact with the neighbors. So the last one is. Last priority is get one more relic. If you want to collect all the relics, obviously you have to do a lot of like deep galactic exploration, which I'm close to discovering every sort of like pathway, but not quite there yet, obviously. Some of it requires heavy exosuits to really survive, which is what the slowdown was. I do have some heavy exosuits planned, however. And then this is the last relic mission here. These, oops, that was weird. These relic raiders. Man, the second I assigned JD to build the heavy exosuit, I think he went on break. Oh, no, he's being deployed. All right. How about don't get deployed? So Alpha Team is now home, and they can build a suit. Hey, Tarmarin, how about you build a suit? You're standing around. JD went sleeping. What do I think if RimWorld used this game engine? It wouldn't work. RimWorld's game engine is such a customized version of Unity at this point. It'd be cool to have like a true 3D RimWorld, but one of the advantages of RimWorld being as lo-fi as it is it makes modding insanely easy, which then gives you the opportunity to heavily modify the game in almost any way you want. And the more graphics you add to that, the harder it would be. Very confusing weather out here. Our equipment tells us everything's good, but it's not. We went from scorching heat to heavy rain, and now it's freezing. Is something controlling the weather? Yes, that is a good hypothesis to test, if we don't get hypothermia first. Set up camp, well, let's analyze the weather changes. There must be a logical explanation. And then I giggle that they didn't pack a surfboard. But yeah, I'm actually really pleased that RimWorld is the way it is, because it allows for like an insane amount of modifications. If you think about the games that have the most mods, they tend to be very easy to mod because the graphics are easier to accommodate for, unless you have mods that are just like game mechanics only, which do happen in other games. So like if you look at a game like Mountain Blade, there's a lot of mods for it, but none of them are really graphical. A lot of them aren't. You know, a small fraction of them, rather. We monitored the meteorological changes over the last 2 days, which led us right to it. A small machine with a long antenna. It is controlling weather, no doubt about it. We're talking about an advanced geoengineering tool. Yeah, we need that. Right? It's no silver bullet, but it could be invaluable to study to help inform our climate change efforts on Earth. Perhaps we could tell the program itself to bring itself to a natural end, or maybe just disconnect the power source. Let's schedule it to end. The interface is presented in an unknown language. It is written in alien programming language 2. Of course, I hope it's logical. I guess I need to guess at it, what these buttons can try. Yeah, let's try. Why not? Oh dear. Did I just... I guess we'll see. Not sure what I just made them do. I'm gonna turn red. Oops. It was a disaster. Is everything alright? Somehow, despite the weather machine's best efforts, we learned the hard way that messing with an alien computer program could create a mini volcano? We all got burned. And the lava fried the machine's components, so it eventually stopped itself. Well, that's a hell of a story to tell. And they're bringing home an artifact. A science artifact. So I'm going to dig out a little science alcove, but that, my friends, is where I am going to end. Thank you for tuning in to Exogate Initiative, which originally streamed live on Twitch, April 18th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, please let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Gators,